Hiya. So I put a video out on my Facebook a few weeks ago regarding mental health. I told people to come back to me with their experiences dealing with medical professionals, if they've sought help from GPs or psychiatrists or whatever, and tell me their experiences. So with the feedback I've got, I've decided I want to start a YouTube channel, because what I want to do is discuss the feedback that I've got and then get more information. So my original goal is to start a little community where people can discuss and give me information that I can work off to then help advise. I'm very, very interested in alternative therapies when it comes to mental health. It's quite difficult for me to now go into any other mental health issues that aren't depression and anxiety, because that's what I have, and I know people with that, and I've dealt with people who have it, and I've had it myself. So it's pretty easy for me to discuss that because I know things about that. The rest I need to learn about, and that's where I would like your help. If you have anything, any mental illnesses, perhaps bipolar, addiction is, up there too. What else have we got? Schizophrenia, all of that stuff. I would be really, really interested to hear from you and what your experiences is. So where I'm coming from, I feel I've had a lot of discussions with people over the last sort of 6 months who are very, very mentally healthy, and they seem to not be able to get their head around people who aren't, and they have a sort of view as in, yeah, but you can control that, you just need to do this and do that, and it's not that fucking easy. It really isn't. I know that because I've been there. No one wants to feel isolated and lonely and depressed and anxious. No one wants that. It's not a choice that we make. So my first couple of videos will be based on depression and anxiety. My end goal would be, I want to teach medical professionals on how to deal with mental illness and people that come in with mental illness, because it does seem as though anyone that goes to a GP or a doctor and they say, this is how I'm feeling, they will usually go, I'll refer you to a counsellor and give you drugs. Or actually, sometimes they don't even put you in touch with a counsellor. There are so many things that I want to cover, and so many theories that I have. I don't know if they're wrong or right, and that's, the whole point of this is not to tell you what's wrong and right at all. I want to have an open discussion and learn more from separate individuals. I got so much feedback from my last video that has even changed the theories that I thought I had, and have switched around, and I want to talk about all of that. But for the time being, I just wanted to let you know I'm starting this little YouTube channel, and I hope to build a little community and be a support for people who are suffering with mental health. And if you have gone to a GP and they've gone take drugs and you don't want to take drugs, that's fine. I want to talk about different ways of dealing with your depression and anxiety, and basically go through the options that you do have. There are so many holistic therapies that aren't really talked about. I personally have done everything. Psychiatrists, psychologists, CBT, hypnotherapy. None of that worked for me. I have started doing EFT, which is it's a Chinese medicine, and you tap your acupuncture points basically, and you release trauma and negative energy as such. It might not work for everyone. It's definitely changed my life, but it really, really depends on how you are and what works for you. So this is my starting point. So I would love if you could get in contact with me about your experiences with medical professionals, your illnesses. So I'm going off depression, anxiety just to begin with, because that's what I know about. I don't know about the rest. So if you have other mental illnesses and you want to come to me and tell me what you've got, how you handle it, all of that, that would be awesome. I take a lot of now I do I get a lot out of exercise and my diet. I know a lot of people have found that that's been a great solution for them, but it has taken me 8 years to get where I am with regards to exercising and having a balanced diet. Now I also I will eventually do a video on mental health and weight gain and weight loss and all the effects that that has on your body. Again, so sorry, I lost track where we were. So I know a lot of people got back to me from my original video and said, I've thrown myself into exercise and diet and whatever. That's awesome. Like, if that works for you, that's great. I personally, when I was sick, I was so rock bottom that I wasn't getting out of bed. There was no fucking way I was going for a run. Simple as that. So what works for one person won't necessarily work for another. This is why I'm so passionate about this, is because you will be treated by a medical professional under an umbrella, and we can't be treated as the same under the same umbrella, because at the end of the day we're all individuals, and what works for one person won't work for another. So this is just an introduction. This is just a starting video. We'll start doing specific videos on specific topics, but the idea first is to build this community so you can give me your feedback so I can work off that. So I would love for you to get in contact with me. I will put a link under my page of an email address, and you can comment, you can have discussions underneath, whatever you want to do. So really, I want your experience with medical professionals and any sort of alternative therapy that's helped you. I know a lot of people don't believe in drugs and don't want to take them. For me, it's changed my life. It got me to a point where I was able to manage my health and be able to get out of bed and actually do things, and then I've helped myself from there. But when you're at rock bottom, you can't help yourself because it's too hard. You know, you don't have motivation, you don't have any will to live, really, so it's hard for you to get that motivation. I'm a big believer that drugs will help, and not necessarily long term. And again, if you don't want to take drugs, don't take drugs. It's as simple as that, really. But if you're not taking drugs, what has helped you? What has got you out of where you were? Again, I said this, I take drugs and it works a dream for me, and it doesn't worry me. A lot of people don't want to put that stuff in their body, they don't want to rely on drugs, and that is fine too. So if you were on drugs or weren't, or whatever, or you've come off and something else is helping you, please let me know, and then I'll go on and make more videos and we can discuss it. And just learn about each other's experiences and encourage each other and help each other, and try and give some support which we're not getting from our health system. Thanks for listening, and please be in touch, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye.